There's a song that really touches my heart. It's a simple song. You got an E flat. Jesus, Jesus, there's something about that name. Master, Savior, God, we thank you. We praise you. Speak to us right now, God. Decrease me and increase you, so that you might speak through me. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Look at our text this morning. We read the story of Elijah. Remember I told you a few weeks ago I was in 1 Kings chapter 17 and the Lord wouldn't let me let go of Elijah. So here we are back. We talked about how to get through dry places. So I told you it was probably a series. He was going to send me back. For the last 3 weeks he's been working with me on this one right here. And it didn't come to me until Friday. I had Sister Latimer on edge. Trying to get it in the program, but the Lord told me when we look at the story of the widow and how she was about to cook her last little meal, the last supper for her and her son, and go and die, but Elijah told her, wait, before you feed you and your son, you make a little piece of bread for me and bring it back. And she did that, and the question that came to my mind is, what more can I give? So that's what we want to talk about this morning. What more can I give? It seems like everywhere you go, at every turn, somebody is looking for something. Sometimes people don't want to get involved in organizations because they're looking for something. People avoid relationships because the other person is looking for something. We avoid coming to church because we feel like the preacher and the church leaders are looking for something. Every time I turn around, there is something else going on. They want me to do this. I need to volunteer for that. I need to donate this to accomplish that. I need to pay dues to this organization. I need to pay my tithes. I need to give this special offering. I'm tired of everything. What more do you want from me? I'm at my wit's end. I can't take it anymore. I'm ready to give up and throw in the towel. How many people know what I'm talking about this morning? You just get discouraged, but more have two main characters, Elijah and the widow. They both have some instructions from God to follow. Elijah had to abandon his comfort zone at the brook and go to Zarephath, and God tells him that a widow will take care of him. And Elijah's obedient, and he goes to this new land, trusting God in his word. We also have this widow who's about to eat her last meal and give up on life. Her and her son had died. But God also comes, and he comes to Elijah and speaks to the widow. And he asks the question to them, will you give me your all? The same question that he asked the widow and Elijah, he asks us today. Will you give me your all? Will you step away from the TV set, your everyday life and duties, even sometimes your family, and will you become uncomfortable and serve me? Will you give me your best, the fruits of your time, your energy, your increase? Will you work and labor in my fields and leave your fields unplowed? I believe that is where we all are at times, facing the same situation as the poor widow of Zarephath. God, I am nothing. I have nothing. I can do nothing. And I am barely holding on to my faith right now. How can you ask me to give that to you? How can I give when there's nothing left for me to give? I don't have much education. How do you expect me to teach somebody else? I barely have enough money coming in to pay my bills. How do you expect me to give? Do you expect me to give up what little free time I have to get involved in ministering to other people or do a job at the church? God, I have so little. That's all I have. How can you expect that of me? Our attitude is this. God, I know that you have work for me to do. I know that you want me to give everything to you, and I have given so very much. I know that you desire me to minister, to work, to give myself, my time, my money, my energy to work in your kingdom. But God, I just can't give anymore. I'm already doing all that it is that I can do. Well, I know that we find ourselves in an empty state, feeling as if there's nothing else left to give. But I want to share with you 3 things that we can give that will help us overcome our place of trial. It's very simple. The first thing that we can give is our worship. Worship means to show reverence and adoration. Worshiping is an act, an intimate act that requires you to have a relationship with God. And the good thing is it doesn't cost you anything, but it will get you everything. Just think about how it is when you have a relationship with your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're courting it. If there's a relationship, there's an intimate moment that you share. And if we are honest, that intimate moment will give you access to places that you couldn't get to at any other time. So I submit to you, we need to learn how to be intimate with God. And we need to learn how to worship Him. I believe that there's some people that need to worship God this morning. And can we take a few minutes and worship Him? If you see, we get confused. We think that we gotta say, to worship Him. No, you just get in a quiet, still place and think about how good God has been to you, and allow that to fill your spirit, and just think about it. You might want to say something like, I love Jesus, I worship and adore. Just want to tell you. Can you worship Him? Lord, I love you more than anything. Is anybody know in the house? And you might want to lift your hands up and just say this and this and this. I love you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I worship and adore you. I know this is not a typical sermon, but just something. The best way to teach somebody how to do something is to show them and help them lead them into the Spirit. I wish I had some true worshipers that would stand up on your feet and shout that I love you. Does anybody love it? I love I worship. Oh, there may be breakthroughs in your life, but if you worship God, He'll release a break. Lord, I love you more than anything. Here I am to worship. Here I am to bow. Sometimes you have to bow down before the King. Here I am to say, you're mine, and you're all together love. You're all together worth. You're all together. I wish I had some true worshipers in the house today. If you could make your real mistake. I give myself away. Does anybody want to just, this is worship when you can just